Hi, welcome to Being Your Higher Self. My name is Devo, and in this video I wanted to talk about unconditional love. I'm coming across many moments where I'm realizing, and I remember this myself when I first started taking the steps in my journey, that we confuse being loved with having someone taking responsibility for our stuff, like how we feel, what we do, especially how we feel about things. We tend to believe that if someone loves us, truly loves us, they are going to take care of us in this way where we are being pretty much taken care of as if we were made out of crystal. And I've come to realize that this is actually quite unhealthy, and anyone seeing this video will relate to it, because I know every one of us have at least one aspect in our life where we kind of love in this way, where we believe that we are responsible for how other people choose to feel. And we start taking some luggage that is not really ours, and at a certain point it really becomes this weight that makes us feel really uncomfortable. It's quite painful to bear. And in my journey at least, I've been doing the mirror exercise I shared with you guys for a little over a year, and it really has brought a lot of peace and put things in the right, in the proper angle, in the proper place, because as I choose to be responsible for how I feel, I no longer give my power away to others, but I also relieve others from that burden that I also don't like other people doing to me as well. And so I think this is the key to actually have the healthy relationships and the healthy boundaries we want with other people around us, regardless whether this is a romantic partner, our twin flame, co-workers, neighbors, family, friends, our pets. This applies to everything. Everything is a relationship we have with different aspects of life. And so why do I put the title Unconditional Love? It's because I've been realizing more and more how being unconditional is what the word says. No conditions. I am loving someone without conditions. I am not judging them. I am understanding where they're coming, and I understand, or I'm able to connect and to relate to their pain points. And so I know if that person wants to choose and to grow in unconditional love, then I'm not doing any favors by just feeding their upsets and fears and misbeliefs and pretty much these old patterns that aren't really serving this person. So in any given situation, we can choose to either feed this person's patterns, or we can choose to help them grow, outgrow them. We can choose them the ways we know for them to process their emotions, their feelings, to release what it's really not theirs to begin with, and find peace there. Because I for instance, in my own example, I grew up in a family where I was taught that me, Debo here, I was responsible for how my parents and my sister would feel in the family dynamic. Like, I was responsible of not saying anything that will trigger someone off. And this only fed this pattern of keeping everything to ourselves and never expressing how we truly feel about something, and actually putting it on the table and taking a look at it and saying, okay, we have a problem, let's find the best solution together. It wasn't like that. It was, you are showing me something that I'm not sure I want to look at. I'm not even going to question myself if I want to take a look at. It's your responsibility to never do anything like this again. And of course, by growing up, this felt quite uncomfortable, really painful. And I am only realizing this now, after a little over 30 years, that this wasn't really serving anyone, because this deprived each one of us the chance to connect with ourselves, with our true feelings, and with the truth of what we wanted, and ultimately the truth of who we are. If we are going to put patches and fill up everybody else's voids, not only are we going to leak our energy away and go beyond, like above and beyond ourselves to please kind of a black hole the other person has in an emotional sense of it. It's like no matter how much it feeds, it's never enough. Instead of giving them the space and the tools, especially the tools if you have them, like do share them with those around you if you see an opening for it. It's creating that space where you can take care of yourself, take ownership of how you feel and the things you want, and give the space for other people to process those emotions, or in case they don't really want to, or they aren't ready to do that yet, you put a healthy boundary. Because this is what happens the minute someone asks you to be responsible for them and you actually bow to that, then you are going to feel empty. You are starting to give from an empty cup. And so you will reach out to someone else and ask them to fill your cup. And this creates a chain, like you can see all around you. People are going outside of themselves, trying to get something from the other. And this has created very painful patterns of relationships that many of us are really seeking to heal, or seeking to change, because we understood that this can no longer be. It doesn't really have a place in our lives anymore. And we don't really want relationships that are like that, because at the end of the day, we feel drained from them. And so what we want is to build from unconditional love. And this is a practice. This is something not many of us knew, not many of us were taught. No one around us pretty much knew how to, and perhaps we are coming into that space on our own, and it's new, and it's a little bit scary, maybe. I don't know. Depends on the boldness levels that everyone has. But for me at first has been a little bit challenging. I wouldn't say fearful, but like challenging, because I came from this place where I was believing I wasn't that I wasn't able or allowed to speak my truth, to say what I thought, what I felt, what I wanted. But the more I seek to reconnect with myself in that part, the more I allow myself to be that person who can express herself in a healthy way, I realize more and more how this also gives the chance to those around me to choose either the same for themselves or something else and be respected in their choice. Excuse me there. So, why do I say unconditional love? Because whenever I connect with you, whenever I seek to have a relationship with you, I'm not really seeking to have anything. I'm not seeking to put anything out there in order to get something from you. I don't need you for me to feel whole. I can go within myself and give myself the love that I need, the love that I seek, the validation, the value, the worth that I seek. And it doesn't depend on you anymore. It's up to me. It's up to my choice. And I invite, when I do that, I invite other people around me to do the same. So they either say, okay, this chick is crazy and they can keep on living in their insanity, or I can say, or someone else will like take a look and it's like, she's changed. But I'm not sure how, but I want that. I want to be able to do the same thing that she's being able to do for herself now. And so creating the opportunity for me, you, or whoever to show them the way, how to be themselves, because everyone, deep down in our hearts, all we ever crave is to be ourselves, is to be accepted for who we are. I know that this has been my long life search, to be truly accepted for who I am. And it starts with me. And of course it starts with you. So I want to invite everyone to get the feeling of what having a relationship based on trust and real love is. Love is, again, not feeding someone else's pattern out of fear. Love is when you invite the other person to say, hey, I get you, but there are better ways and you can outgrow this, you can find a better solution for this, and this is how. And you are free to choose it for yourself if you want to. And if you don't want to and you are not ready, that's okay. I will keep going my way. And whenever you feel called to try what I got, you can come knock on my door. I won't say no. And there are many doors. It's not like I'm the only one. But this is kind of an example. So this is the template that we are, many of us are seeking to create. This is the template that many of us don't know how to get to, because we don't really have any role models around us that will guide us in how to love unconditionally, ourselves first and then others. So if you have any comments and doubts, you can post them below. As always, you can find the link to my website, and regarding to these videos on my channel, you can always like, share and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.